Hello, my name is Desiree Walker. I'd like to thank the organizers for the invitation to participate in this evening's session. I'm going to share a bit of my journey with you. My employer offered on-site mammograms, to which I took advantage of those offerings, until the day came I got a call back because they had seen my calcifications change in shape and size. It was strongly recommended that I have a breast biopsy done. A stereotactic breast biopsy was performed on 2 areas. The results came in, and I was told one area was benign, great news, but stay tuned. And the other area was malignant. When I heard the words, "You have breast cancer," I was 38 years of age and had never met a young woman with breast cancer. I'd also like to share that I have Caribbean and Central American roots. I tell you this because in those communities, cancer is still referred to as the Big C. There's not a whole lot of conversation about cancer, and there's still a stigma. Understanding culture matters. I went to see a breast surgeon for a consult, and she said to me, "It appears that it's early, so you have an option of a lumpectomy." Well, I thought a breast conserving surgery was a good idea, but then I had to have 2 of them to achieve clear margins. That left my breasts deformed. Now, don't get me wrong, I was thankful to be alive, but to see visually the deformity every day, that was tough. Years later, I wondered, why didn't any of my doctors ever say to me that I should see a plastic surgeon to discuss my options to address the deformity? Now, I have the opportunity to do workshops for med students on patient-doctor communication. So I'd like to share with you something that I emphasize. I tell the students, you need to give your patients all the information. They need to know all the facts. Because without that, how can they be a partner, an active partner, and be involved in the decision making so that it is truly shared? Now, you remember I said I had 2 sites biopsied. I was never told that a benign area could become malignant. That piece of information would have made me rethink whether a lumpectomy was really right for me under the circumstances, or I should have just moved ahead and had the mastectomy. After 8 years, I had a recurrence. And can I tell you, the tumor was at the site where the calcifications were benign. Now, a mastectomy was the only option. My breast surgeon suggested that I see a plastic surgeon for a consult. When I went, I inquired whether a natural tissue breast reconstruction was possible, and I was told no. I inquired whether my nipples would be spared. I was told no. I was told that my only options were either to get expanders and then implants or go flat. I was not prepared to go flat. So I said yes to the expanders and the implants. Now, after the implants, I had lots of health challenges. And I went to many doctors, and the specialists could not figure out what was wrong. What was the root? So I had to resign myself that this was the collateral damage from my breast cancer diagnoses. Sure, my quality of life was affected. I could also tell you that I looked fine, but every morning I saw nippleless breasts and I had no nerve sensation in my breast area. This was very difficult. But again, don't get me wrong, I was thankful to be alive. Almost a decade went by and the implants began to change. At the same time, the FDA recalled the implants that I had. So I went to see the plastic surgeon and I told him they needed to come out. He tried to assure me that it was only a very small percentage of people that would actually get the rare cancer. I told him I wasn't waiting to find out. As I prepared for next steps, I said to him, now that I've gained weight over the years, can I have natural tissue? The answer remained no. So I prepared to do a swap of the implants. But guess what? I wound up at a cancer conference and sat next to a plastic surgeon and had a conversation. By the time we finished talking, I was blown away. Why? Because I was told that natural breast reconstruction, natural tissue breast reconstruction should have been an option for me. Having the nerves reattached should have been an option for me. Sparing my nipples should have been an option for me. After all, the breast that had the cancer was not near the nipple area. I think you know what I did. I switched plastic surgeons and I got the natural tissue breast reconstruction that I had always wanted. Now I have to tell you, I did have complications, but you know what? I finally felt heard and I was thankful to have the implants out. Now you might say, oh, that's her story. But I actually facilitate support groups for women of African heritage who have been diagnosed with breast cancer. And there are similar stories. And sadly, there are a few that are worse. So I want to say that the facts are the facts and they should be given. Transparency is important. And in order to build a strong patient-doctor relationship, honesty is key. So I leave you with this thought. If you have had moments where you didn't fully disclose all the information so that your patient was not only informed, they were empowered to make decisions, I ask you from today, think about it and make sure you are open and honest. Your patient deserves it and needs the information to be empowered. Thank you.